What's happening, 808 gang? This your boy Q Rocker, 808 Kicks, back in the building with another video. Today, I have to say that Nike saved the day. Today is Monday. Yesterday, I went to Nike Lenox, Nike Atlanta, and it was pandemonium. Not pandemonium in the sense that things were going crazy. People was out there running around, getting hurt, putting each other in harm's way. It was pandemonium in the sense that they had pairs on pairs on pairs of this shoe we about to look at. Before we get into it, I want y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to 808 Kicks, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with what we're doing over here. With no further ado, we're gonna get on into it. Yeah, got them. We got them both. Got pairs for me, and I got pairs for my wife, and the whole retro gang ate good brunch, good Sunday brunch yesterday at Nike Atlanta. What we have here, the Nike Dunk, Cobalt, and UNLV. Now, this video is not as much review as it is story time, in a way, because Nike saved the day. Shout out to Chris at Nike Atlanta, because had it not been for Chris, the situation would have been a lot worse than what it was, because they had both shoes first come first serve, men's and grade school. You could buy one of each. So obviously I got one of each for myself. I also got one of each for my wife, who is not a sneakerhead, but she loves the low cut Jordan 1 Dunk, Nike Court Borough-ish style shoes. So it is my birthday, or was my birthday weekend. My birthday was Saturday. So this was pretty much my last gift for myself. I did purchase quite a few gifts for myself, but these were the last two things that I bought for myself over the weekend. Now, if you don't know, Nike Dunk Low Cobalt, not an SB, regular Nike Dunk, black and blue, white sole, blue sole, UNLV, red and gray, all leather uppers, which is the thing that I love particularly about both of these shoes, as just something good and easy to rock, as they're all leather. So I don't have to worry about taking care of suede. I don't have to worry about discoloration. You do have to worry about scuffs, because there's some pretty soft leather on these, especially on the toe box and the side panels. However, these shoes were highly coveted. Nike Sneakers did a drawing for these shoes, and when it comes to drawings, most of us take L's. It's not as easy as a normal release where you hit the button and get in line. The drawings are way more random than we like to see in the sneaker community. We would rather deal with a raffle or first come first serve than a drawing. But when I got word from Retro Rick, shout out Retro Rick, also want to shout out Mo, shout out Munch Bucks, shout out Hemi the Shoe God, Hemi Brady. The whole gang was able to get out there and secure pairs, whether they were putting them on the toe or whether they were going for the dough. Mine was straight toe action. So we get to the mall early, applying pressure. We was all out there early, and security, once the line formed, the mall opened at 11, but we managed to get inside and the line was formed not too long after 10. The store opened at 12, which is what happens when you apply pressure. You're gonna spend some time out there waiting. If you don't, you're gonna be in the back of the line and you might not be able to get your shoe. That's just the way the game works. For people that have been in the game for a while, y'all understand that lineup and how it goes. Y'all understand the camp out action and how that goes. This wasn't a true camp out. I got there myself early before the mall opened. However, once we all got in line, the mall cops decide they don't like it. They don't know how we got in. They don't know, what's going on. They don't care about the shoes. They don't care about the fact that some people had been there from 3-4 o'clock in the morning camping out. They just know we're in the mall and it's not open yet. Now, the reason I mentioned the fact that Nike saved us is because the Nike employees had been there inside the store anticipating the release. They were setting up for the release to try to make it go as smoothly as they possibly could from day in. The line was not rowdy. There was no pushing and shoving, arguing about spots and none of that kind of stuff that we tend to see. Because for one, it was inside the mall, and two, the people that got there early, spots were solidified, people were in groups, some people were solo, but I did see a lot of groups. The Retro gang was like 7 deep at that point. So security comes through and they got a problem. They go inside the one particular security guy, he goes inside Nike after giving us this big speech about how we're not supposed to be in there, blah, blah, blah. And Nike talked him off the cliff because he was ready to put everybody outside and make us pretty much reform a line outside the store, which would have caused a problem. It would have caused people to start running. It would have caused people to push and shove, jockeying for position to try to get as far to the front in the line as they could have. That's what causes problems. When there's already a line formed and people being peaceful, let it be what it is. I don't believe that these security officers understand what it is to be a sneakerhead. They don't understand hype. They don't understand the culture in general. They don't understand that for the most part, people just want to get the shoe. Ain't nobody out there trying to hurt somebody else. Ain't nobody out there, for the most part, scamming or grifting or whatever. We just want the shoe. And when you see a peaceful line, you need to let it live, or you're gonna cause the problems that you don't want to see because you're trying to be extra, because you're a mall cop, you got kicked out of police academy, or you wasn't physically fit enough to make it, or whatever the case is. They threatened to call the police on us. The police came, and the crazy part is, most of the time when you see police at a sneaker line, they understand what's going on. Much more than security officers that work in the mall. You work there, so you've seen this type of thing before. It's crazy. When we got there, Nike already had the rope set up to form the line. they even came out and told us if the line gets beyond the rope, they're gonna open the store early. And that's exactly what happened. By the time, and they were only letting in 10 people at a time, groups of 10. By the time I got my shoe, I was in the third group. I was right at the beginning of the third group, me and Hemi. By the time me and Hemi got inside, the first group was already gone. The second group was down to like the last 2 or 3 people. It wasn't even 12 o'clock yet. So Nike did what they should have done to make everything go smoothly. And I just appreciate them for that. Big shout out to Nike Atlanta, Nike Lennox. They stood up for the culture. They understood what was going on, and they talked security down enough for them to leave us alone, let the line stay where it was, and everybody got their shoes. They even let people loop the line, and they had pairs. They had, from what I hear, they had at least 200 pairs, and everybody that was there in a timely manner got what pairs they wanted to get. They may not have had your size if you came late, but if you were in that initial line before 11 o'clock, you got your shoe and everything was good. So shout out once again to Nike Lennox, Nike Atlanta for making the situation go smoothly. So I got mine, my wife got hers, and these are for the toe. In fact, should I do it on foot?
Do it.
I'm gonna let y'all check them out on foot. Nike Dunk Low UNLV, Nike Dunk Low Hyper Cobalt. Once again, shout out to the Retro Gang. We was in there full force. We showed what we do. Retro Rick, the plug, put out the information to the gang, and we showed up and did what we were supposed to do. Everything was peaceful. Also, I want to shout out Jack Gotham. Jack Gotham was the 300th subscriber. I appreciate it. We're growing slowly but surely, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Hit that like button. Subscribe to 808 Kicks so y'all can stay up to date with what we're doing over here. To the next one, we'll get with y'all. Peace.